Hello and welcome. I'm Sky Class, and this is my home in Edinburgh, Scotland. Happy New Year's! It is now 2023, and 2022 was definitely a great year for us. Last night, Vanessa and I were up at the top of Carlton Hill here in Edinburgh watching the Hogmanay celebrations. Hogmanay is what we call the fireworks or the New Year's celebration here in Scotland, and we have one of the biggest New Year's Eve celebrations parties in the world, although this year was quite a bit scaled back. In fact, we didn't have the torchlight procession on the 30th that we usually have, and today we usually have an official Looney Duke, which is another way of saying the crazy dunk, when a bunch of locals go and jump into the sea to wash away the sins of the previous year and get ready for the new year. Of course, there's a lot of locals out doing that today, just not officially as part of the festivities that were usually set up by the events company that was here in Edinburgh. This year it was a new company, and they're not running that portion of the activities. But I might go out later today and join them, since that is actually one of my New Year's resolutions, to get out to the ocean more this year, since we do live just about a mile and a half away from the very nice sandy beach here in Edinburgh. But it was absolutely incredible. It was a bit rainy last night, not too cold, which was nice. Vanessa and I are both a bit recovering from some sore throat and things like that, so we didn't want to be too under the weather in the weather. Excuse me, can't laugh too much or else I might start coughing again. But that's going away. I'm definitely on the mend, and I'll be back at my other jobs tomorrow, actually. But yeah, I love New Year's Eve here in Edinburgh. I actually once watched a fireworks display that was about 17 minutes long. I think it was 400,000 fireworks that year. Last night wasn't quite that big. I think it was about 6 minutes long, but still quite impressive, viewed from Carlton Hill. And I'm looking forward to seeing them increasing it next year. I heard a rumor that this year was going to be drones, and I'm glad that didn't come to fruition. Last year was really, really great in terms of the whole year. Vanessa and I had a great time. We did spend more than half the year here in Edinburgh doing different jobs. I have my food tours I'm giving almost every day these days, giving quite a few tours. I actually gave 200 tours between October 2021, when I started giving the tours, and September 2022, by the time I had left to Argentina. So, December. So within a 12-month period of time, I had given over 200 food tours to, I don't know how many people are on the tours, but I know that had some great reviews. People absolutely love learning about the Scottish cuisine, and I love talking about it and eating it, of course. I learned about some amazing new restaurants in Edinburgh that I've always wanted to try. One of the highlights, of course, was Fazenda. Took Vanessa out there for her birthday and our anniversary last June. The Alchemist. Oh, it's a long list. I'm actually, that's another thing I'm going to be doing this year, is publishing several lists of all my favorite types of restaurants in Edinburgh. One list would be too long, so it's going to be broken down by, best afternoon teas in Edinburgh, best Scottish breakfasts, best burgers, best home cooked Scottish food, things like that. I already published one of the best Mexican restaurants here in Edinburgh, and I'll follow that up with many, many more. And then, as I mentioned just now, we went to Argentina for 3 months to see her family, just shy of 3 months. She had been gone for almost 3 years, so I felt like 3 months was a good amount of time to make up for that. I struggled a bit with the dialect down there. It's a bit difficult to pick up. I knew a decent amount of Mexican Spanish, and that just didn't work down in Argentina. They have a very different dialect of Spanish. But other than that, it was a very nice, beautiful country. We got to some parts of the country that Vanessa had never seen. Places like Iguazu Falls, Ushuaia down in Patagonia, and a full road tour through the north to Pumamarca, Humahuaca, I believe I'm saying that right. Humahuaca, I think. I'm still working on that one. I think once I write the article on it, it'll kind of cement it in my mind. The Salt Flats, Amaicha, seeing the Quilmes tribes, or the ruins of them, I should say. No, there's still some left, just all over the country. It was really, really fun. And then some of the bigger cities, Mendoza, Cordoba, and of course, Buenos Aires, Argentina, the capital. We did get to see the first game of the Argentinian World Cup, the one game they lost. Unfortunately, we were up at Iguazu Falls for that, and I would have loved to be there to see the final win with 4 million people in the streets of Buenos Aires. But I was already back here in Edinburgh. In fact, we saw the last few games, not the very last ones, in Morocco. So after we got back, we actually did then almost immediately turned around and went down to Morocco for a week. I was there 4 years ago. Vanessa's never been, and she is absolutely hooked. She will actually say she liked it more than Argentina. Obviously, she loves seeing her parents, but Morocco is a very magical country, and I think we probably will be heading back there probably for at least once a year, just if anything for the food and to pick up some more local spices. It really is a beautiful country. And again, we only really scratched the surface there. We still want to get down to Fez and Casablanca and Tagaytut and some of the other really beautiful towns and cities all around the country. But yeah, we have quite a few plans headed into 2023. We have a lot of work planned to kind of refill the coffers. It was a bit of expensive trips down to Argentina and Morocco. I was not expecting how expensive Argentina was going to be, and I ran afoul of a couple of scams down in Morocco, which cleaned out the rest of my funds. So not too bad, but I will be writing about those shortly. But we do need to refill the coffers, and then we have other plans in terms of our accommodations here in Edinburgh and plans for the future. We do have our 2 cats we're taking care of here in Edinburgh, which does make it a bit hard to travel. We need to have, house sitters when we're out of town. You can see Garfield there behind me having his little nap, and Kit is on the other couch, which just outside of the camera here. So we've got those planned, and in terms of work, I definitely want to start getting a lot more of these videos out. I have more footage than I can imagine. I came back from Argentina with nearly a half terabyte of drone footage and other camera footage and video photos as well, but mostly videos, a lot of 4K footage from all around the country. I want to get that all posted, probably with commentaries like this, talking about the footage while showing it on the side, or just talking over the footage, doing a nice voiceover. And speaking of my voice, I have had more requests than I could ever count for years to get out my podcast, which I started a couple years ago and just never continued. So that is my next plan in 2023, is to reboot that podcast and really get things going on that. So those are my 2 biggest things, in addition to just getting as many articles up on my own website as I can, in addition to all the other articles I'm writing for other websites I'm contracted to, which is definitely going well and is helping to pay the bills and the travel expenses. So I definitely want to give a shout out. Perceptive Travel, I've been writing for them for over 5 years now. And then Award Wallet, helping everyone maximize their award program points and just traveling the world for basically the money that you would spend anyway on rent and other bills and other things in life, using that to maximize your points and on your credit cards and other rewards programs. So those are definitely going very well. And the other freelance writing jobs I get here and there, I would definitely also like to get some more of those jobs because they are a lot of fun. And I've just got my finger in so many pies. It's just a matter of balancing everything. I did cancel a lot of my English lessons, and I'll probably be picking those back up again as well. Not talking this fast. I started getting excited there. But I need to, I don't like to drop students like that. So I'll write to them. I had to drop them when I was in Argentina. The internet just was not good enough for good lessons at that time. But I'm back now, so like I said, I'll contact them and probably start those lessons again. Vanessa's also having a great time. I bought her a Cricut machine for Christmas, which let's see if you can see. Yeah, it's underneath the very nice cloth there, but basically it is a stenciling machine where you can like carve out engravings on fabric and paper and even metal. You can etch, kind of like my pictures on the wall here. These are my favorite things. They're basically etched metal, and apparently the Cricut maker can actually do the same thing. So if I can, I might look into making some of these foil art. But in the meantime, that's her big passion project for this year, getting some of those marketed and sold, and building up her website, craftivityart.com. So just wanted to check in with everyone and wish you all happy holidays and a happy new year. Let you know what the plans are for my 2023, and yeah, also the New Year's resolutions, obviously just to kind of make everything fully successful, to get a little bit more healthy. I definitely let things slide when I was in Argentina. There's a lot of unhealthy food down there, a lot of cheese, a lot of bread, and a lot of sugar. So going to be hitting the gym now that I'm back in Edinburgh. And if you have any desire to learn more about making New Year's resolutions stick, I'm mentioning that podcast earlier, you can check out my podcast episode on New Year's resolutions, which I'll link down in the comments, or in the description below. So feel free to check that out, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.